Hello and welcome. This is going to be an additional message today. We've got the Daily Dharma uploading already, so check out those messages if you haven't already. So I'm guided to go back in, and we're going to utilize a couple of the decks that we did in the Daily Dharma today because they have more to say, but I have a few new decks laid out. There's the potential this could go in the direction of a personal dynamic based on what came out earlier, and that seems to be a trend, so I'm going to try to get out some messages for those who are looking for them. First, let's see what animal totems have some type of energy or mojo for you to clue into, or that are overseeing this time, helping you to navigate this shift, if indeed there is a shift for many of us. Let's see, we'll take this one. Lynx, Keeper of Secrets. Yeah, I'm not sure what's about to come out, but I did see a couple of cards. One of them looked like a locked diary or journal, and I saw a mature woman card looking out a window, and I thought, feeling some type of creeper vibe, like somebody's trying to peer into your life in some way. So this may be some just priestess energy. We don't all have to have somebody creeping around our energy trying to get to know us on social media, or doing any of the things that might be even creepier than that. Keeper of Secrets says, take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So that's interesting. That priestess energy, guarding other people's secrets, sometimes the secrets they keep from themselves. And there's something too coming into this that is something about generational differences. Just before coming online this time, in between broadcasts, I saw somebody post some meme about trust your elders and the older generations, because they've had the opportunity to fail more times than you have. And I thought to myself, boy, that's something somebody I know says very similarly to me all the time. And I have trouble taking some of that advice because some of it doesn't resonate with my path as I identify it and as I pursue it. And then it reminded me that earlier, one of the messages that was coming through was about children and the younger generations in general. And, looking at my algorithms, I don't have a lot of the younger generations picking up what I've got to offer because we're in different mindsets perhaps, but there are a few that are, I would say more than 75% of my viewers are younger than myself, at least, and something like 15% are older than me. And I know that's bad math. The rest are probably right around my neck of the woods. And so the younger generations, the way it's been shown to me was years ago, I believe somewhere around between 2012 and 2015, I believe, I started cluing into the age of Aquarius in a specific way about, I felt that in the coming years, we were going to have more and more information and children's rights coming out to the forefront. And that absolutely has been one of the things that we've been looking at over the last decade and some change. And I feel like one of the things, before I forget this, besides, I just want to give it voice real quick. There is one of the generations known as the Secret Keeper generation, and it's one of the elder generations that's like, don't ask, don't tell, just keep a smile on your face. Versus what I wanted to say about the children's generation is that they aren't limited by the same insulating upbringing that many of us older individuals are. And where we failed, we didn't have access to the same resources. in the same ways that younger people do. If our teachers didn't teach us something and we didn't know the book to look for or couldn't afford the book, then we just didn't get that knowledge. It was, we had to trust other people who had knowledge. And so we had to build upon, like the old telephone game where one individual whispers to the next and to the next. And by the time it gets around, let's just say about 10 to 20 people, the message is completely different. No matter how many times that you have people able to repeat the message in between to make sure and check for hearing or for understanding, the message changes. But nowadays, even though the internet is so fast paced, you can't even keep up with that before. Thousands of people may have repeated something that's somewhat a slant of a different truth. On the same token, the age of information at such a speed is also empowering individuals with the ability to pursue their own personal algorithm, which has come up recently. And so many of these younger generations obviously don't want to just go to a 9-to-5 job, punch a clock, and earn a paycheck at the end of the week that doesn't completely compromise them. Or maybe it does, and that's what they feel they've got to do, because our forefathers may have been ones that went to a factory or just hit that clock every time. They did what they had to do. They asked their boss to have a lunch break. You know, they were back at the exact moment. They were back early from lunch, in fact, and worked for free for overtime hours that didn't exist. And, you know, the days of that mentality have really gone to the wayside. And the younger generations don't want to build somebody else's legacy and dream. They want to build upon the dreams that they've envisioned for themselves. And so they're looking for something different. And so when we're out there giving advice, we really need to ask ourselves not just what's worked for us, but, you know, if things were different for me, what would I have tried or wanted to do instead of what I did? Why don't I help with inspiring instead of being like, oh, you don't even want to try to go out and have a vacation because it costs too much money. Just stay in your living room and watch shows on TV for the rest of your life. You know, what kind of advice is that? And that's to a different degree what some individuals will offer. Now, I'm not trying to demonize or diminish the wisdom of the elders, because on the same token, from the flip side, some of the younger generations see themselves so differently that they can't respect the basis and the foundation and the beauty of the traditional. And somewhere in the middle, if we can continue the revival aspects of people doing things like homesteading, I know I'm kind of partial, folks, but that's the one that comes to mind. A lot of people are seeing themselves get back to nature, back into the land, saying, you know, life is worth more than paying taxes and dying. Underneath the deck, we have Dog Friend. Today, I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. So some of you may have an animal, a pet, familiar, or even one in spirit I'm seeing. Could be any number of things, but I also feel like this might be the fox. Oh no, it's the wolf peeking up behind there. Isn't that interesting? And also there's some kind of a frog going on there. And also, is that the great polar bear mystic? So yeah, you're a way shower. And I feel like, yeah, cat independent is coming up underneath, which came out in the previous reading here. So we've got cats and dogs as well as the wolf. So something about our own wilderness versus our domestication. So what does that have to say except like Pavlov's dog? All right, folks, get riled up about this red flag. Let's ring the bell. It's time for lunch. Ring the bell. It's time to return from lunch. It's like unprogramming ourselves and stepping back into our true wilderness and our primal nature doesn't have to be seen as wicked or somebody that doesn't have enough money to make ends meet. I think that I'm talking to a group of people that are well aware of all the traps and trappings of a lot of modern amenities, but you may be making friends with other individuals that are in different generations right now, or having an impact upon them, or considering them in some type of a way, whether this is mother, father, children, mentors, colleagues, clients, and so on, members of your communities. I always end up being personally a keeper of secrets in organizations because I can see so many different sides of everything. And those that have tuned in for other broadcasts of mine, I'll often probably lose a few people who really want me to tell them the real from the fake. And in my readings, I can see so many various points and parts and perspectives. Sometimes you'll find me kind of taking back things and saying, well, I think the gray area is where the magic happens. And so sometimes I think that we need to, as the keeper of secrets, and as those individuals that are the safe harbor for other individuals to be seen and to see us as some type of secret keeper energy. I'm getting a vision here. An incubator of their ideas and their visions and helping them sort through things. I think that we can be a powerful individual in that way. And the other thing is, have you ever seen one of those clips where some type of individual sets up a camera, and the one that's coming to mind is they've got this bowl and people can write down one of their secrets and dump it in the bowl and then walk away. And then after a little while, then we have this new group of people write down one of your secrets and toss it in the bowl and read somebody else's secret, or read somebody else's one regret, or the one that got away, or something like that. And so these secrets that people keep, in one of them, it was pretty powerful, and the things that people are so scared of are often what unites us, but it's often the thing that we won't come out and say to people. So with this cat and dog energy, the lynx and the wolf versus the domesticated cat and dog, it's like sometimes we do need to be the, not the oversharer, but the one that makes it okay for other individuals to be both vulnerable and powerful, to be underway of their own dreams and aspirations, and to support that instead of making people feel like they're not good enough, or that they have to just shut that aspect of self-expression down or something. So we've got the starborn and the womb on the split. Yes, this incubator of cosmic identity beyond the earthly failures and telling people, well, you know, there's too much limitation on your dreams. It's like we're going places and being things that we've never been before in history. The mountain with the starborn, it's like we're climbing to the pinnacles and climbing mountains that haven't been attempted before, because now we know more. We have more supplies, and you know, we've got life straws and air packs and things that scuba divers can use to go to new depths in their dives. It's like the frontiers are truly being opened up wide for individuals like they haven't been before. And part of this may have to do with internet and access to other individuals. So I do want to get a couple of cards from the archetypal deck and see what other energies want to speak to us. So yes, what is all this dog and cat energy for our viewer? Okay, the Judge, number 14. And I'm seeing the seed of life on one side and the skull on the other, and then prayer versus possibly depiction of entitlement or give and receive. So our abilities to manifest, to exchange energy, words, thoughts, prayers, visions, looking for individuals to almost give us permission is what I'm feeling about this card, like looking for confirmation from spirit. Am I doing it okay? This Matt Kahn broadcast coming in, it's like, how often do, oh, I'm running out of battery. How often do those of us seek to say, oh, God, source, spirit, higher self, am I doing an okay job? Do I earn my way yet? It's like, all you need to do is keep on developing yourself and do it. Oh yes, the creator. I couldn't say it any better. All we need to do is be a voice for choice, for self-expression, for getting back into all that we are uniquely. I'll take some off the back here. We have the sustainer, that great sculptor here, talking about perhaps the elder generations or the ways that we've always done things in the past, the ways of perhaps the patriarchy, the father, our forefathers with that number 2 energy, corresponding also to the priestess energy here. It's like, yeah, the abandonment of our dreams for the all-powerful pennies that we can earn, going into the deserts of life. Maybe there's some type of a pilgrimage we've been on in our personal lives where we've been walking through a period of lack or of unfulfillment and looking to be the wise judge that says, all right, well, I tried it that way. Now it's time for me to move into a new dimension here, because if you are a great friend and networker and a keeper of secrets, maybe this lends itself to a skill that you can tap into to help other individuals, such as some type of mentorship or way shower, or somebody who can work with internet placements or getting individuals started on social media, on web pages, whatever your gift is. It looks like you are perhaps able to connect people intergenerationally across different types of personalities. Yeah, I'm running out of battery. I gotta hurry this up. The temple. Perhaps you're creating a literal space or a place like a temple, a sanctuary, an incubation office, where you are helping this leadership come forward. And with the judge and the father, there are those of you that may be going through legal proceedings, perhaps for parenting or the will of a deceased parent. Oh, as I say that, we have the orphan coming out. Incredible. My condolences for any that are in that situation. So creator, again, talking about our ability to take that information and to do things differently, to clue in, to tap into the secrets that we have, that others have, and to help other people break free from their conditioning and their programming, to connect people across all walks of life, perhaps, and to bring people back out of the deserts. There's something about a gathering in the desert. There's a Nako song, Burning Man, maybe. All right, let's see. From the Tao Te Ching deck, number 60, it says, governing a large country is like frying a small fish. You spoil it with too much poking. Center your country in the Tao, and evil will have no power. Not that it isn't there, but you'll be able to step out of its way. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. I hope that has some personal meaning for you guys. Governing a large country, maybe it's talking about the rules and instigations that happening at the temple, or a place of organized connectivity between friends, colleagues, and perhaps secret societies for some. However it is in your world, it could even be a PTA, whatever it might be. the way that you work with that synergy came up in the preceding daily Dharma. So check that out again if it's got some messages for you. This also says, Sun Tzu said, let your rapidity be that of the wind and your compactness be that of the forest. We've gotten that a few times recently for whatever reason. So speed up when it comes time to blow the leaves off of the trees in the fall, or to blow the hair back of individuals when it comes time to make a statement. But then also keep yourselves and your job and your views high and tight, I want to say. It's like keep your gaze uplifted to the possibilities, to the ability to co-create, not on what you hate and what you don't want to create and what problems could arise. I mean, due diligence for sure, but set yourself up with the perspective of what can we do here. So I saw this going in a completely different direction. So the cards I brought out here might not all be the ones that we're looking for, but I think the deck I'll pull out, let's get just a few from the Akashic Tarot. Any additional information that needs to step through, we'll take those. Underneath, we have the Karmic Trench, 4 of Scrolls, with the Akashic Library and the Scribe. You've been doing a lot of research here with the Scribe at the library. So yeah, you've put in your time, you've done your research, you've built upon your forefathers. But with this Karmic Trench, it's like you've kind of been in a rut, the rut of the father, the rut of your programming or conditioning, and it's time to move beyond that. So the 2 that flipped out by themselves face up, we have Archangel Gabriel, the messenger declaration angel, with this powerful will, wisdom, and mind, number 3 and number 20. So judgment and those 2 cards have come out together before. Archangel Gabriel is the one who blows the trumpet on Judgment Day, if I'm not mistaken, in that depiction, and 20 is the correspondence with the judgment energy. So and we have the judge here already. So there's a judgment call being made, a new dawning energy here with this Akashic Library. You've put in your time, you've done your research, and you've filed different petitions perhaps even. But with number 2 and number 3, there's a progression. We've got 2, 3, 4. Oh yes, we do have 4. Major Arcana 4 with birth. So this may have to do with a family dynamic. It may have to do with the deepening or the continuation of a relationship. Could be somebody becoming a father or mother for the first time with the birth card, but it could be so many different things. We've also got a dog here on this card, and then we have 8 of Roses with the community card. 8 of Cups, Sangha, community, talks about our contributions and our interconnectivity with the community as an extension of self, and doing unto others as we would have done to us, and joining in, becoming friends, colleagues, and connecting, sharing resources and mind, the will, wisdom, and the mind. So getting together to work towards a mutual objective or vision can be powerful. Connecting people from all walks of life, as we already said. So that's really interesting for that. So it may be an incredible time for you to join in with community ventures, to get intergenerational wealth coming from all sides in some way. Setting up parameters is under the deck here. Let's finish this up with Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. It feels like something is incomplete here, but I trust that you've gotten the messages that you need. If not, check back for other messages. Yeah, there's something here that needs to be taken care of with some type of speed and compactness, getting things squared away, all in a nice even line. There's a lot of major arcana coming here. So there's some type of karmic justice for something that may have been a deep family secret or something else. I don't want to speculate too much towards that direction. So let's finish this up. We've got a few that stayed on the deck or on the desk. We'll take those. Total submersion. It's time to dig in here. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or a goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you may find what your life has recently been lacking. That's very interesting. Number 5, speed, rapidity. So take action when the mood strikes you or when an opportunity presents. Don't be too timid to put your hat in the ring. Like, oh, there's a new position opening at this firm. Oh, well, what would be the qualifications? I could think of a few people that'd be interested, namely myself, plug. So we have 4 cards coming out. The Gift of Neutrality, number 34. Something about the way I even said that with rebalancing things. It's like, oh, I might be interested. So not committing prematurely until you know what's in it for you. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side for neutrality. It's like somebody, different generations perhaps, cats and dogs out there personality-wise, are helping to balance a situation to create unanimity in a group dynamic. And so reaching across the aisle in that way can help to have a more palatable overall vision that's taken more people and places and things into context. 34 and 35, look at that. Help appears in various ways. There's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift that you forget to look for the support systems that are within you or that are with you continually. Seeing both sides, number 28. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. And if any of you are 27, 28, 29 years old, that may be sometime in your Saturn return cycle, might be something that you want to look at. Or even 60 years old. We have the 60 card right over here, which is a Chiron return. And 18, clearing away the excess. You're entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it's in your physical body or your physical space. So clearing out any old programming, detoxing any chemicals or any type of foreign bodies from your body can really help you be present in will, wisdom, and mind to cleanse and clear your palate and restore yourself as the creator with spirit instead of with the old programs that are clearly needing to be regenerated and revamped. So let's see, splitting the deck, drink from the Emerald Fountain, number 7. So yeah, rest and replenish yourself. Maybe some infused waters if you're into that, or elixirs. There's an alchemical reference there, the elixir of life. And we have Guya Kali, 28. Interesting with her very sensual, but holding up this bloody, is it a scythe? Her sword there. Hand on chest, throat chakra, and then, the scepter, the defiant there. She's got some braids, some skulls. She's empowered. She's been through the battle, but she's like taking this breath, and it's like it looks as though she is no stranger to battle and that she knows how it's done. Oh, listen to this. The Divine Mother who knows all, with every answer and every mystery within her power to disclose. Provides knowledge at the right time in the best possible way, which is reminding me of this Akashic library and the scribe. So maybe you know a lot more than people are ready for you to express. Like if you know that somebody's baggage is a daddy wound, you're not going to be like, oh, you got daddy issues, and unless you're that guy. But maybe you could introduce it to them gently and as a friend, support them in a different way. however it needs to happen. Your skills are yours. An answer to your question shall be provided. Don't immediately dismiss your intuitions that may be unexpected or may lead you into unknown territory. Rest and reflect upon your insights, allowing your wisdom, rather than your reactions, to distill their usefulness and value. An entirely new perspective about a matter of importance is awakening. A secret shall be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. So if you are looking into occult studies as well, this is also how the universe, God source, powers that be deliver messages to us as well. They come when the student is prepared, the teacher is presented. And so we are teachers, but we are also students no matter our age. And it looks like we're really gathering different generations for energetic exchange at this time. So I hope that that gives you a lot of insight and assists you with whatever it is that is going on for you.